So, U2, Songs of Surrender, Beautiful Day, was released last night, midnight. I'm going to talk about this at the end of this video very quickly. I've also got my guitar because I want to check on the key because I haven't had time to have a look at that. But let's have a look at this rendition of Beautiful Day.
The heart is a blue.
Okay, so the first up thing that I want to mention here is the one very similar to the original record. I don't know if it's in the same key. It sounds like it is, hence the reason for the guitar, because I did this last time during one, but I actually worked it out before I came on air. I like the proximity effect. So when the because it's very similar to the original song. So if you're singing "The Heart Is a Blue" up here, even though it's the same voice and the same intonation and things, if you get really close on the mic, you get that warm from it. It's kind of like "The heart is a bloom, shoots up through the stony ground." But if you're singing here, "The heart is a bloom," you don't get the same effect. And I'm glad they've kept that in. So I'm going to have a quick look now at the tuning. Okay, so it's the same key. That's all I'm interested in. So I've just confirmed my suspicions there that it's in the same key, which it is, which is fantastic. I'm just going to go back to the beginning again.
The heart is a blue, but there's no room.
So what I like about that compared to one, which I did last week, was you've got the proximity effect with Bono going, "The heart is a bloom," but you've also got edge up here. And I think the way that the song originally was back in 2001, it has that airy feel to it already. So where it didn't work for the tempo stuff in one, it really works here, and it's got this has got a slight phase effect on it, maybe a bit of reverb and stuff, and I think that it's effective in this context. So there's also this ding 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 ding, which will be an A. I don't know why I'm pointing to my guitar, but there you go. Will be an A. So yeah, you've got this pedal point, which again we were talking about Rick Rubin last week with the piano. But again, you know, using pedal points in an acoustic environment is always a good thing to do. So I have no qualms with that.
No space to rent in this town. You're out of luck.
What I like about that bit, the "out of luck," is just speeding up the tempo, almost doubling up the melodic line. Because, you know, you're out of luck, which you're out of luck, which, and I noticed the harmony did that as well. So yeah, like that.
The traffic is stuck.
Okay, there was a slight stereo separation there. The stuck went from one ear to another. You know, very simple, very effective.
Someone you could lend.
So first 40 seconds in, as I say, not much to report really. Just the few things that I would highlight is the proximity effect. The harmony is really good. The quickening of the "out of luck." I think that all comes together and it's effective and isn't that much different to the original record, which, you know, for a reimagined thing is okay. It's fine. It's a nice soothing version.
It's a beautiful day.
For those people who may have seen my trailer video, when that bass came in the first time, I was like, "Ooh, the bass!" And I think I was wearing the same T-shirt. This is an X-Files T-shirt. It's the bass. The bass. Actually, I've listened to this song twice so far, and it's not as produced as I thought it was going to be. But the amount of frequency it's being given to that low end, and going back to that proximity effect, I think, you know, really highlights it. And you have to hear this on some good earphones or headphones. To really get that effect, and it's really good.
Sky falls, you feel like it's...
And again, using the original, so all the stuff, you know, the really airy, gives it plenty of room to breathe.
On the road.
And the change in dynamic, you know, so you've got, you know, you've got this kind of ticking clock, which is what Larry was doing in the drums there. It was like going, which is in the original, so and just for it to then seep out and just bring on to this almost Hammond organist kind of aspect to it, and it's a beautiful sound. It's a beautiful sound that they've chosen for this next section.
In the mud.
It's a hi-hat. There's a hi-hat going, which is nice. Nice to hear some actual drums being used as well.
In the maze of her imagination.
And the piano is actually playing the guitar line, so So we're so used to hearing that line from Edge playing it, and it's nice to hear the Edge line actually being performed on a different instrument.
You love this town.
See that there? You love this town. Last week I was really, what's the word? I was really kind of affected by the whiny sound. It works. It absolutely works because he doesn't stay on it too long. So if I go back to it,
Even if that doesn't ring true.
so love this town. He's even got a vibrato in his voice, which makes a massive difference. And then it descends down, which I like.
You've been all over, and it's been all over you.
Okay, and then you've got the delayed reaction of it's been all over, and it's been all over you, with the harmony and the background vocals actually coming in later than that. I think some people might not like that, so by all means in the comments jump in if you do want to contribute to that discussion. But I actually like it. I like it when he goes into the talky voice. I think it just adds that little bit of dynamism to the I was going to say the episode there. I'm in TV world. To the song, so I like that. And the vocal again, a strong vocal this time. Yay, 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 yay.
Touch me.
I have seen some of these clips that they've been releasing, and I'm not really going to talk about too much of them. The Blue De Tiger one, I'm absolutely obsessed with. Being a bass player and seeing her play that stuff, a 25-year-old who I've already become obsessed with, some of the stuff she's playing on that is brilliant. But go back to this. Maybe it drops a little bit in my estimation at this point. It's not going to stop me from listening to it, but it's the kind of the flats of the rhythm section that I'm not really enjoying. And there's a slight change in, it's almost the bass line as well. I think there's a slight change in that as well. And there's like a really dull piano kind of going on. It's almost like a discordant. I think the bass and piano might be slightly discordant. I'm not 100% sure though. I'm sorry, I didn't explain my point, did I? So on the Desire, when he's singing in the falsetto Lemon style, that's the sort of thing I would like to see reimagined, and he's doing it a little bit here, which I like. Bass is so low there. That falsetto.
So the world.
That falsetto, brilliant.
Your blue room.
Now, I don't know much about it. I haven't looked at anything, but apparently, if you think about it, so See the Oilfields at First Light is probably a little bit dated in that we're trying to get rid of fossil fuels in the world. So I can see why they've changed it, but I haven't listened to these, and I was aware they had changed them. It's time to go again to your blue room. There's a song. I've got Adam singing, not singing, talking in that song. I haven't listened to Your Blue Room. Somebody mentioned it in the comments recently, and I do need to go back to it. So whoever mentioned that in the comments, thank you, because I haven't listened to Your Blue Room, and this makes me want to listen to it even more now.
So the seven seas swallowing the moon.
For me, that sounds more like a Chris Martin lyric than a Bono lyric, but
Evidence of freedom.
Evidence of Freedom's maybe a little bit too wordy, but I'll give him it.
Wasn't a woman who threw God out of the garden.
Throw in the garden. Yeah, okay, it's fair enough.
Believe in her mouth.
Back to the original version.
After.
And again, using female vocals in the back. Yep, absolutely on board with that. So, so going back to the original, that's fine.
It's a beautiful day.
And then I'm not sure. I'm in two minds about that drum style, drum sound, or percussion sound. I'm not sure I'm on board with that. One of the things that I've seen over the years in relation to people singing is that you've got different ways of doing it. My partner actually does some singing at the moment, and she's very much a musical standard. And you've then got like what Bono does, and it's listing that emotiveness. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I know that some people want it to be perfect. It doesn't have to be. You don't even hear him say hopeless at that point because his voice breaks, but he's actually doing that on purpose, and if it comes out that way, then I don't think he has any problems with actually, kind of doing that, because that's just the way that the song is being brought to us by. And as I go back to the dynamics and the volume changes and things like that, and and emanating a feeling, I think is more important than actually being absolutely spot on. So I think in this case, I think it's really, really working. So what you don't need it now. The bass drum really starts to come in, which is a lot harder than we've seen in the past, and with Larry's heavy foot, which is good to see. And it's not just on the beat either. There's a bit of syncopation going on. There's an interesting effect that gets put on the Bono's words there just before it kicks into the harmonies and the background vocals. Yeah, I like that. So much better than what one was. Overall, yeah, this is much, much better, and we are quickly moving on to the new album coming out soon. And by all means, if you want to give your thoughts, by all means drop a comment in the section, give me a like and subscribe as well. And then finally, this thing here that's happening, it's been plaguing my mind for some time now, just on what they're doing. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a collector. I do have, if I look up here, there's the All That You Can't Leave Behind 30th anniversary, 25th anniversary, and you've got No Line on the Horizon up there, and I've got Live at the Apollo from the U2.com stuff. So I enjoy collecting stuff, but this is getting ridiculous. There's so many different versions for this album, and the cynic in me is thinking that they're just trying to get hits on the playlist and make it like a massively available thing that you can, that it'll hit the charts and whatever. And I don't mind specials. I don't mind having extra vinyls and things like that. But it seems like every other day a new version is coming out, and it is frustrating me. And it actually is probably the most frustrated I've ever been with the band. And I don't know who is behind their strategy with this, but for me, it's actually distraction, because it's just ridiculous how many different versions. I mean, yeah, green cassette tape, wow, fantastic. It's just becoming an issue. I don't know what people think. By all means, drop your comments in the comment section below, because, as I say, it is frustrating. Anyway, that was Rant Over. Don't let it get away. See you next time.